My name is Matt Brown, and I have the privilege of serving as the CEO of the ARCHway Institute. So on behalf of our entire team at ARCHway and the National Peer Recovery Alliance, it's an honor to welcome you here today. I want to begin by thanking all of you for being here at the Breaking Barriers Luncheon. I've actually already had several conversations with people today about how they've broken barriers for other people so that they can get to the next step of their recovery journey. Community members, business leaders, providers, advocates, families, and friends. Your presence sends a powerful message that addiction, recovery, housing, peer support, mental health, these are not isolated issues, but they are community issues, and together we are the solution. I also would be remiss if I didn't mention that I am a person in long-term recovery. I battled addiction for 18 years and am over 11 and a half years of recovery today. There were a lot of people that broke barriers for me to help me get across the finish line of my addiction. I also want to take a moment to recognize our elected officials, public servants, business leaders, generous donors and sponsors, and other partners who have joined us here today. You help make it possible for people and programs that are on the front lines to do this work. Thank you for your commitment to recovery, to second chances, and to strengthening Ohio's communities. At ARCHway, our mission, it's very simple and it's very urgent. We remove financial and social barriers to recovery. We do that by supporting families, individuals, organizations, and communities that are building pathways out of addiction and towards purpose. We strive to help families and individuals start and continue a journey of recovery. And through one of our national initiatives, the National Peer Recovery Alliance, we're helping elevate and unify the peer recovery workforce. Peers are individuals who are in recovery from addiction, and they're helping others escape the hell of addiction. They came out of the fire of addiction and they ran back in to help others come out. Peers are often the first to show up and the last to leave. They are the heartbeat of recovery. And this work around peer support, it's been further accelerated by a generous award from the Ohio's Department of Behavioral Health. So we want to thank you for allotting ARCHway Institute and the National Peer Recovery Alliance $150,000 to do three important things. One, help the state of Ohio develop a career ladder for peers. Two, provide continuing education for peers. And three, support employers who want to hire peers in their workforce. This has already allowed us to lay some great groundwork for what is hopefully several more years of infrastructure building on the critically important topic of maximizing the utilization of peer support to help others see that recovery is possible. Sometimes that's what people need to see, is that it is possible to take the next step in your journey. So today is about learning, connecting, and contributing. Every conversation and every dollar raised here will help us continue our mission of helping individuals and families start and continue a journey of recovery. So thank you for your presence and your partnership and your donations and your belief that recovery is real for individuals that need it. It's now my pleasure to introduce two people without whom none of this would exist, Dan and Jan Stuckey. Dan is the chairman of the board, and together they are two of the co-founders of the ARCHway Institute. Dan and Jan started ARCHway out of personal and family experience, compassion, and a deep belief that recovery should never depend upon someone's ability to pay. What began as a small effort to help one person at a time has now grown into a national movement that supports recovery housing, peers, and initiatives across the country. They built more than an organization, they built a legacy of hope, impact, and empathy. So please join me in welcoming Dan and Jan Stuckey.